Back again already, entering the Arlberg Tunnel. Kilometers or 10 miles of two-way tunnel. These days it's a very well lighted and very well ventilated tunnel. It wasn't always like that. And interesting fact, not a fun fact, interesting story. When they built the tunnel in the 70s, there was like one guy responsible for the whole action, the chief of action. And the guy, first of all, they started to dig the tunnel from two sides. They were to meet in the middle, and the chief of construction, he was under such immense pressure that one day before the two sides were supposed to meet, one day before this date, he committed suicide, tragically. Because I think he was just so afraid to have messed up. Which he actually hadn't. It was really all going well. But yeah, that was one of the two deaths in the construction of this tunnel. It was a second fatal injury, but it was not that didn't happen inside the tunnel, but on top of the mountain where they erected the ventilation. I think some guy was killed by a rock avalanche. So yeah, building this tunnel costed two men's lives, which for the 70s maybe is even under average for a project like that. I know it's not really interesting to watch this now, but try to tell you. On the left side you see the bay, and there are huge doors that I could show you. And these ports, these doors, they lead to the second parallel tunnel, where you could escape by foot, walking. It would walk quite a while, but well, it's how it is. There is also a train tunnel, a rail tunnel. Parallel to this tunnel. And this escape tunnels here, most of them lead to the railway tunnel nearby. And fun fact, I was involved in building these escape tunnels. I was trucking, hauling stone material out of the tunnel and later bringing concrete onto the site. These doors that separate the road tunnel from the escape tunnel, they were installed pretty early in the project. And where you wanted to go through them, and they opened the door. A massive wind appeared. There was a different air pressure condition in both of the tunnels. So there was a real hard storm-like wind appearing as soon as you opened the door. And not to mention that it was quite an adventure to drive through these escape tunnels while they were actually unfinished. Driving inside a rough mountain, imagine there is no concrete on the walls yet. They are just pouring the road with concrete before they do anything else. That was quite adventurous, and yeah, you really had to give the best not to damage your truck. And I remember one day coming to the side with a concrete truck, and I had to back in for like 1 mile or so, and actually in a zigzag, because these escape tunnels, they are not straight, but they are in a zigzag order, because they sometimes they have to change the elevation you're on. You have to go up or down to reach the other tunnel. So that was quite interesting backing into the truck. The light wasn't so good, and there was water and slick everywhere. And the very moment I arrived at the very site where I had to load off the concrete, I realized that I was standing in maybe a meter of dirty water, and somehow I was supposed to step out of the truck and to go to the back of the truck and unload the concrete. But there was close to a meter of clear water, and I just couldn't do it because I didn't have the boots for that. So it was also quite funny. I just got to climb outside of the window and climb over the truck to the back of the truck. Of course, neither the cab nor the truck itself were made for that, or provide any steps or anything to hold on to. So yeah, I wasn't able to do that yet. But I really was really kind of angry, because it should be something that they should tell you before you have to go inside of 1 meter high to water site. And the construction workers themselves, they were provided with the right boots, and they would have been able and competent enough to unload the concrete themselves, but they just said, no, we don't do that, you have to do it. So you basically have no choice. I was quite angry with them. Of course, you can't show that, because in the end it's not their fault. After all, I had quite a guys inside the cabin of the truck, and I don't remember exactly, but maybe the job itself on that day took me 6 hours, and I spent at least 4 hours to clean the cabin afterwards. Yeah, nobody paid for that, of course. Alright, 10 minutes and 30 seconds later we are exiting the tunnel. Everything went well. Thank God. Now the light is coming half from the outside and half from the mounted lamps. Just to get your eyes used to the bright natural light slowly. Because if that weren't the case, then just let you out of the tunnel and maybe the sun was shining, I'm sure you wouldn't see anything for some seconds. That's dangerous, of course. That's the tall area. So basically I was a little fast for that, but I hope there is no rating. Earlier in my trucking career I went through this tunnel a couple of times every week. And it's been a few years now that I didn't pass this tunnel with the truck. There is actually a way over the pass. You don't have to use the tunnel. With the car, trucks have to use the tunnel, of course. But with the car you can go over the mountain too, which is a really nice route. And I think I should take you there. Because at the moment it's really beautiful. I'll show you. That's how we like it, right? It's basically blue sky. Perfect conditions for me to go here. Thank you very much. Weather nice. Alright, if you're still watching, thank you for watching. Shout out to my girls in the US. Shout out to Becky, Penny, Blue, Big Dolly. Hey, Meat Candy, everyone's watching. I think Ray might be watching. Hey, Ray from Dearborn Heights, Detroit area. Sorry for anybody I forgot to shout out. Already in the state of Tirol now. The state border is in the middle of the tunnel. So now we have left the most western state of Austria and entered Tirol. The state of Tirol, its capital is Innsbruck, by the way, that's maybe well known about. The state of Tirol is divided into 3 areas. There is the main state of Tirol, which I'm in now. It's situated in west of Austria. There is a small part that's called East Tirol. The state of Salzburg, which is my home state, actually divides the main state and East Tirol. And there is also an area in the north of Italy that's called South Tirol. After the Second World War, or maybe after the First World War, I don't know exactly now, the state of South Tirol was annexed by Italy for some reason. So, if you've ever heard, maybe on FDDR, you heard Matt reading all the German-speaking people, and he always said greetings to people watching in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, which are the countries speaking German, and part of Italy, he always used to say. So there is a traditional South Tirol, which is the very north of Italy, and actually that's the richest, wealthiest area of Italy. And there are discussions to bring back South Tirol to Austria. And of course nationalists always shout and cry for that, but it won't lead very far, I think. Nobody wants the trouble. Well, I'm not sure, but I think in the 60s or 70s there were self-proclaimed partisans from Tirol, from Austrian Tirol, and these guys, I think about 40 or 50 men, they actually committed terroristic attacks to infrastructure in South Tirol, in Italy. So they bombed power lines, they bombed bridges, they bombed police stations when nobody was in. They did not kill too many policemen, but they did kill Italian policemen in the mountains, or I think maybe it was also border patrol that was patrolling by foot on the mountains, and not all of these Italian policemen survived that. And actually I met one of the former leaders of this partisan group. I met him just by accident, so to say. I was conducting surveys for the EU, so I was going from house to house and asking people for their opinion about EU and other stuff. I remember well, it was a very traditional wooden house in a town in Tirol. And I remember the signs outside on the door saying that basically he has TV, he has phone, he has his newspaper, he has all the plans or whatever somebody could want to sell. And he said, please don't ring. And then the sign said that, please don't ring the bell because I'm absolutely satisfied with all that I have and just don't ring the bell. And I read that and I thought to myself, well, the sign didn't say anything about public service, right? So I tried my luck and I rang, and I will never forget when 2 meter 10 older guy with a grey long beard and grey long hair opened the door, and I thought to myself, oh damn, but he was a very, very nice, cool guy. He invited me for a beer. We sat on his porch for like 2 or 3 hours and he told me all the stories, which was really a good experience. He also showed me his living room with hundreds of hunting, these trophies of dead animal heads on the walls, which I'm really not a fan of, but I was polite and said, oh, very nice, But that guy, I think he was in his 70s maybe, but I'm pretty sure that he had enough power to kill me in 2 seconds if he wanted to. Whatever, he was a really nice guy, and the stories he told about waiting on top of the mountain, waiting behind in the bushes and waiting for some carabinieri, which are the Italian policemen. They had traps installed, traps of different kinds. He told me some they were more or less just fun traps, where probably you would be wet or full of paint. There were some more serious traps where maybe it would hurt you, and there were absolute death traps as well. The story he told me was about 2 young policemen that patrolled through the snow on foot, and he and his guys were just waiting in the bushes and thinking about actually killing these 2 boys, and they decided not to because they saw that the policemen were very young. Both of them were maybe in their 20s. They decided not to do it because, these were so young guys. That's any reason against killing somebody is a good reason. But you see, if you're sitting on a table having a cool beer, being the guest of such a guy in his 70s, and he's calmly telling you these stories, even grinding, even smiling when telling it, you really get a certain kind of respect. And at that time it was a very big thing because they did bomb our lines. And they did bomb Italian police stations. And that's not exactly peaceful, right? For the last 10 miles I was driving downhill all the time. So basically the long tunnel is the highest point on the way between the 2 states. And now the truck is just rolling and not using any diesel. There are a few more tunnels that are not too short either. I think this one is about 8 kilometers, if I'm not wrong. It should be about 5 miles. Oh, it's 3,000 meters. 3 kilometers. About 1.5, 2 miles. It's a new tunnel, right? Yeah, I remember. It's absolutely new. tunnels are white and clean and not dark and messy like in the older tunnels. There are a lot of speed traps on this road, so I keep the speed to 80 and I don't overtake. And to be honest, I think I will call the shop, the mechanic shop, to tell them that I'm going to be late. I think that's what I should do, at least. Navigation says 50 kilometers, which wouldn't be too bad. That would be about half an hour. I wouldn't be too late. Not much too late. Okay. So exiting this tunnel. Alright, I'm gonna stop the video for now. I have to use my tablet to Google a telephone number real quick. Although this area is really nice to watch at the moment. The next tunnel. Thank you so far. And just briefly,